Hi guys, welcome to True Code Sports Talk. I am your host Andrew Wright. Over here to my right, your left, it's my co-host Cody Johnson, and we're still talking about NBA playoffs.
Let's get to it.
All right, Cody. So, as we've seen now, Boston has a 2-0 lead over the 76ers. Originally, I wrote the question, do the Celtics have a chance against the 76ers?
Yeah.
Boy, was I wrong on this one.
Let's flip that.
Yeah. Do the 76ers take 2 or 3 games back?
I think so. I think this is going to be a series of protecting home court. Philadelphia hasn't always been the greatest on-the-road team in the first place. I think they are above 500 on the road, but not by very much. And plus, this is a very young 76ers team. None of them made the playoffs at all last year. Ben Simmons didn't even play. Joel Embiid only played 30-something games. So with that being said, I definitely believe that they will probably take back control of their home court when they get there. I believe the game will be on Saturday. So I definitely believe so. However, I think the Celtics are going to win the series overall. They've got a 2-0 lead, and they're just playing out of their minds. However, if there's one team that can probably come back, it's the 76ers if they get their stroke back. But ever since they lost their outrageous streak of 18 games in a row or something like that, they've been a little hit and miss, a little inconsistent, but I think they'll take some games back when they go back to Philadelphia, because that is a really hard city to win in. This is basically a renewed rivalry that we haven't seen in a long time. So it's really fun, but I think the 76ers will somehow tie the series. So,
I'm looking at the box score for Game 2 here, and the issue that you have is, and this is what I've always been a little concerned about Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is an incredible player. If the Lakers were able to have gotten him, I would have loved to have him. Mm-hmm. The issue that he has, and why we were happier with getting Brandon Ingram than trying to trade the 76ers to get Ben Simmons, was simply this. He can't shoot right now. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have a shot. You look at Game 2 here. If you haven't looked, go look at the box score. 1 point in almost 31 minutes. 1 point. He had 7 assists. And he's a great player, and he's so hard to defend. But he had 1 point.
How many did Jason Tatum have?
Jason Tatum, let's see.
Oh, it says 21 on 50%
21.
shooting.
It's great. Hey, that's great. I'm not saying anything that this is Ben Simmons' fault. But what I'm saying is this is the issue that the 76ers have. When Ben Simmons is not scoring, it's tough for them to win. Joel Embiid, when he was healthy playing for the 76ers, it didn't accumulate to wins.
Yeah.
When Dario Saric was kind of the guy who was Rookie of the Year, it wasn't accumulating to wins. Ben Simmons, and everyone has said this, has been the guy. He has to be the guy that gets the 76ers going. Mm-hmm. And you see it this year. All of a sudden, they're winning. Yep. Yes, they have a few more guys than they had with Embiid and Saric, but the fact of the matter is, when your star player has 1 point, you're not going to win. It's just not going to happen. Yes, Jason Tatum had an incredible game, and I'm not taking that away from the Celtics. Mm-hmm. I think the Celtics are playing out of their mind, and no one saw it coming.
Right.
I mean, Rozier, the guy was almost considered a bust. I mean, this guy was seriously. No one was thinking that, Rozier, he was great in college. When he came in the NBA, he wasn't doing anything. He comes to the Celtics, and all of a sudden, now in the playoffs, he's shooting lights out. So great for the Celtics. My issue right now is the 76ers are going to come back home. I feel like they're going to take Game 3 for sure. Game 4, to me, is still going to be up in the air depending on how the 76ers win Game 3.
Yeah.
Now, if the Celtics go up 3-0, I think it's done. I don't think the Sixers have enough power to get through this, and they don't have enough. And we talk about this in every playoff scenario, whether it be college, whether it be NFL, MLB, whatever it is.
Right.
They don't have experience. and that matters.
Yeah. Well, and also an encouraging thing, too, is, Ben Simmons technically is a rookie, so I guess he's allowed to have one bad game.
I know, I agree.
Because first game, he basically had 18, 6, and 7 on 51% shooting, and he shot the same percentage of free throws. So maybe he needs to work on them free throws, and that'll be better. But overall, they're only 5 points away from winning. They shot 2% less from 3-point than the Celtics did, so they didn't have everyone going on a shooting barrage like they did in Game 1. And I don't think that they're going to have a lot of firepower to keep up with, Rozier, Horford, Tatum, and we'll even say Jaylen Brown scoring 20-plus points all together, at the same time. So I think that 76ers will find a way to get it going. They have a good coach that understands his team. Brad Stevens is a phenomenal coach. Coaching up these guys, it's really hard to look past that. But I think the 76ers will find a way to steal back some momentum. And I do think, like I said, they'll protect home court. I think Philadelphia will win 2 games in Philadelphia, shift it to Boston, and it'll just be a back and forth at that point. So,
yeah, all good stuff, all potent stuff. I just want to say one thing, though. Cody and I were right. We sat here in the NBA draft when it started, and we said we wanted the Lakers to go after. We liked Lonzo Ball, but who did we want the most, Cody? Who did we feel like should have been the number 1 overall pick?
Jason
Tatum. And look what he's doing in the playoffs. That's right. I was going to say, ya mama. That's all I got to say.
That's cute.
Yeah, we were right. I just want to say that.
And where's he from?
To be right. Duke. I love Duke.
You don't say.
So, if you think that Cody and I don't really know what we're talking about, or that we look like we're just 2 guys just hanging out, that is you're very accurate.
Very
yes,
close.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we also do know what we're talking about on certain things. So, yeah.
You can watch all the other videos for evidence.
All right, guys. Please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, which is Drew Code Sports Talk.
Words are hard.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is also Drew Code Sports Talk.
Models popping bottles.